This is gonna be the only tier list you will need to see this entire season. My name is Trust Me, I'm a Forward Contenders winner and pro player. I also reached Champion 3 last season and this is my tier list. This tier list mostly focus on pro play, but I will also explain why I rate which hero in their respective category. The tier list is supposed to give you an idea on what you can pick up in order to perform well in the upcoming Season 10. A really important tip for ranked is a very simple one. Try to pick up 3 heroes on one role and try to perfect that role before touching other roles. It is a possibility. That's all I can say. It's all I can say. There is a big possibility that it's actually going to be a thing. It definitely is not a good change, especially the Lucio one. I dislike that completely. I dislike the Lucio change. Okay, let's think. Personally speaking, Venture. I think it is not a good hero. Venture is, in my opinion, probably with the ult and everything combined, a better hero, and don't take me wrong, than Pharah. It's probably a better hero than Pharah. Looking at through all the DPS, I believe Pharah is a niche pick. Venture is better than Pharah. That's for sure. But she's definitely very bad. We're gonna name the things. Wait. Needs to play. Must pick. Let's say it like that. Must pick. Good choice. Good pick. Okay on some maps. Really bad. Don't even think about touching this garbage. Okay, that is gonna be the tier list. Necros. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about, I don't know where to place this. I'm unsure of this. I think it's gonna be not good. That's what I can say, at least. Thinking about it. Let me mute Overwatch in the back. Okay. Okay, in Brawl with Ryan. Even then, I don't necessarily think it's that good. It's gonna be awkward. Because there's just better options, right? You have Kree, you have Mei, that are like providing more to the team's sustainability, especially in pro play. I just don't see how Venture beats Mei or Reaper or Cass in Brawl. I just really don't see that. So based on that, I'll put it really bad. Let's start with Bastion. Bastion is gonna be, in my opinion, okay, considering there's big nerfs to Lucio. There's gonna be big nerfs coming. Is he that good? That's actually a good question. Let me watch the patch again. Who got all? Okay, Larry, Light Fever, Moira. All the shit heroes got buffed and nerfed and damn. I guess he's gonna be okay with Reinhardt. I think there's a possibility that we can see Doomfist meta again. There's a possibility. Winston or Reinhardt. And if Winston is meta, I see Bastion actually becoming okay. I think he might be okay. Can you link the site? Nope. No, I've done it before. Now we get to the juicy part. Cassidy. I think Cassidy is going to become a really good pick. You need a main damage now. Now that Lucio is doing less damage, you need a good damage dealer. He's going to be the main thing causing Dive to crumble. Dive is going to be... It's very hard to place Dive now, because Dive is going to be good and bad at the same time, because Tracer isn't that good anymore. Looking at the... That's big nerfs for Tracer, but Tracer is still very good. Like, she's still probably a must pick on most maps. Cassidy is a good pick, in my opinion. Like, Cassidy, you're gonna be happy playing Cassidy Tracer as a hero pool. Maybe play Echo on some maps. That's gonna be a very good hero pool. D.Va. I think D.Va is really good. I think D.Va is really good. She's been really good before. She's a niche counter to Orisa. She's played on most maps. She can play on most dive maps. You can play her into Winston. You have the capacity of that. Genji, that's just really bad. Let's be honest. Genji is really bad. Now with the changes of Winston becoming better, I can see him become better. So he might become a good pick. Might, right? But overall, his set is just not that good. It's tough. It's tough to make a decision for me where I should be placing in. The tier list is for high elo pro play. Yeah, no, like you should consider, like there's gonna be the tier list. You can look at it from two ways. It's gonna be for what is good in the pro play scene and what is good for high elo. But I will also say, like, if Tracer is good in high elo and she's nerfed, you're not gonna hit the pulse bomb if you're plat. Like, you should not touch Tracer in the current state if you're a plat player starting with the game. It's gonna be too hard getting value in your rank. You're better off testing yourself on Cass. That's what I can say. That's what I will say. It's easier to play Cass than it is to play Tracer. But I will, of course, say what is good. So if you want to play and become really good, that is what you should look into next season. Try next season. Genji, I actually think Genji can become really good. I might be willing to put him last place in a good pick. I might be. Hanzo, in a spam comp, I can see Orisa still spamming. Sigma sometimes. Hanzo Sigma can be a thing again. He can be quite okay. Let's say he's okay on some maps. Junkrat is just utter garbage. Straight up, like only psychopaths like Kaya play Junkrat. Like that's the reality of things. He's not even good on some maps. There's just always better options. People just counter swap you and then you just lack a player basically. People just counter swap on D.Va, dive your team. One D.Va turns around, matrix you for a second and you just AFK. It's definitely not that good for ranked as well. Lucio is still gonna be very good, in my opinion. It is always one of the best heroes in the game, even though you do less damage than that. It is a big nerf, that's why it's not a must pick anymore for me, but it's still gonna be very good. Mei can be good now, especially considering it's a similar situation to Bastion. Like Mei Bastion Sim is like now a niche thing again with Brawl being good. Like you can play Sim Bastion, you might play Sim Mei on some maps. You might be seeing that in pro play. So I will put Sim Bastion, Mei, and Reinhardt in the same category based on that. I think on some maps they're going to be meta, not on every map, because high ground dominated maps usually don't have Reinhardt on the maps. And not having Reinhardt just usually means you're not having the Mei and the Bastion. Ramatra can be played with that. Yeah, but beyond that, it's tough to evaluate. Okay, Mercy. It's interesting. With the changes, you might call me crazy, but I can see Live Viewer Mercy actually working out. I can see a vision of that actually being played. That might be crazy, but I believe Live Viewer Mercy might actually get some playtime, but only on high ground maps, where it's like you can pocket the team, you have someone to heal, like in Ashe, an example. Ashe seems to be really strong right now in this patch. But at the same time, Winston being that strong as it is right now, as it seems to be, Mercy is probably not going to be very good. So I will put her into bed. But I can see her getting some playtime, but I don't want to place her higher. Pharah, you shouldn't touch. Just terrible hero. Now with Dive being better, it's still terrible, because you just get shut down by D.Va completely. You don't want to play Mercy, so you don't want to play Pharah. Easy as that. You can't even fly in the air anymore. You're just a worse Sojourn, you're worse Ashe, you're worse. You're basically a Junkrat in the open. That's what you are. Like a Junkrat with a similar ult. It is a niche ult. It's not the best ult, it's a niche ult. Junkrat ult might be better, depending on in pro play. It might be Pharah ult might be worse than Junkrat ult. Reaper. I think it's gonna be really good. I think Reaper is gonna be a good pick. We're gonna see a lot of dive. Winston. You can play Reaper and get away with it. You can like flank a lot. You have good damage output. Reaper is gonna be really good. It's good into Ball. It's good into Winston. It's good into D.Va. like okay, not good. Sorry, not good. But you can play it into D.Va and not like hard feed. It's not that good into Jungle Queen. It's not that good into Orisa. It's not that good into D.Va. Yeah, I know I contradict you myself here, but you get the point. Reaper is gonna be good in my opinion. Roadhog, I don't see the potential really. Like, I can understand now that like Winston is getting really good. I still don't see the potential, even with the Lucian nerf. I think he's just terrible. He's just really bad. You can touch Roadhog, but he's just not good. Like, Roadhog is like a niche pick in ranked. If you want to have fun, you can pick Roadhog. You can hook people off the map. Stuff like that can happen. I just don't think he's good. Soldier 76 gonna be okay, especially with Doomfist being better. He's gonna be okay on some maps. Torbjorn, I honestly think Torbjorn deserves more credit here. I think Torbjorn is also like a niche pick here. I think this is like all the cancer heroes can get really good right now. Like Torbjorn, Sim, Mei, Bastion, those heroes can get good. Because it's like a good counter into Winston. You have a lot of survivability. You have a good ultimate that zones the point to touch. Widowmaker is going to be good on some maps. The question is, it's not going to be a best pick though. It's going to be a good pick though. It's hard. I don't have a must pick right now. I see that. Okay, that is actually bad. We need to find out a must pick. Yeah. Winston is a must pick. This is like a must pick for pro play. The better, like, the other option to Winston, if you're like in ranked, this is not a must pick. This is not a must pick for ranked. Winston is not a must pick for ranked. It's tough in ranked, but it will see a lot of playtime. Like, it's seeing a lot of playtime right now, and it's working out on most maps, right? Winston is going to be very good. Anna is also going to be decent. Like, I believe Anna Lifeweaver is going to be very good. That's why I put Anna as a good pick here. I think Zenyatta is a niche pick. He's going to be okay on some maps. Zaya is a pick you rather not have, especially with Winston being good. Unfortunately, she's going to be decent on some maps, I believe. Sombra is going to be in the same position. She's going to be okay on some maps. Orisa, that's interesting now. She's hard meta right now. She's really strong. She's not gonna get much worse. That's for sure. The patch notes don't tell you a lot. The patch notes just tell you that the peeling and the amount of damage Orisa is receiving and stuff is disappearing. It's hard. On one hand, I want to put a high. On the other hand, I don't want to put it too high. I still think she's gonna be very good. She still has the same cooldown. She's gonna be good. I do think Orisa is gonna be very good. Doomfist. Doomfist is like, this is like a swap potential pick. You know, I think Lucio needs to be up there as well. Lucio is just always really good, especially with dive being good. Then it's a must pick in pro play at least. Doomfist. Yeah, I mean, I want to put Doomfist high. I think we can. I see that Doomfist can be good. The issue is Doomfist will get counter swap by D.Va and by Orisa, so he's definitely worse than that. Let's put Doomfist on okay on some maps. He's definitely gonna be okay on some maps. Tracer, really good. Must pick still. It's still a must pick, but as I said before, it's gonna be hard being a plat player, missing your pulse bombers now, not stick. Like, you will see in pro play a lot more sticks on the tank now after this nerf on Tracer, where the hitbox is reduced. But that's okay. Moira, I see a vision where Moira can be good, especially with Reinhardt, because Baptiste is very, very easy to be dived on. It's very hard to make a rotation. If you have TP, I think Baptiste is still strong. So based on that, I would put Moira in as a good pick. I think Moira can be a very good pick next season. Brick is going to be hard to play. I think Brick is also going to be a good pick. Yeah. Then Yatta is also gonna be okay pick on some maps. I don't know, like maybe on some maps. I'll put Brick on some maps. I don't want to say good pick. Like Ana being good doesn't automatically mean Brick is good. I think no, we do that later. Okay, Ball. This is the thing. Looking at the other choices, Ball seems really good. Ball doesn't seem that good against D.Va. Ball doesn't seem that good against Orisa. But even then, Ball can do really well. With the buff, maybe. Tracer nerf, Sombra nerf, that's good, that's big. That are points for Ball. Maybe Ball can be played with Zenyatta and Brick. And do well, considering the Lucio nerf and the survivability chances. But I still think he's not gonna be very good. He's gonna be okay on some maps. Let's say it like that. Ashe, I think Ashe is a good pick. I think Ashe has a very good ult. If you enjoyed the video so far, make sure to leave a subscribe and a like to help the channel grow for the future. That's what I say. Okay. Ashe is gonna be good. Baptiste, hard to say. I think Baptiste is still gonna be good. It's like a Moira. It can be good on Brawl. It can be good against if you struggle against Winston, you might as well switch Baptiste at some point if your team is not dealing and helping you. Like I can see Bap being okay. I can see that. Echo is good. Echo's really good. Like I think Echo is gonna be a must pick. Honestly, I think Echo is gonna be a must pick, and I still think like Ashe is also gonna be up there, close to a must pick. Okay, Sigma. Sigma is hard to place. He's gonna be okay in some maps. I think. I think Sigma is still in a good position. He's not the best into dive. Monkey being super strong, it's not very looking good for him. That's all I can say. On some maps, you're still gonna see playtime. Like Circuit, you're just still gonna see Sigma and Zen. Like you're still gonna see Sigma Zen on Circuit. I don't believe anyone will walk into spawn with Winston camping on top on Circuit. That's just not gonna happen. Okay. Sojourn. This is the thing. I don't know if Sojourn is going to be stronger than Ashe. Sojourn has more survivability chances. If Brick becomes okay on some maps and Ana's good pick, then Sojourn is worse than Ashe, in my opinion. Because Sojourn does the jobs that Ashe does in controlling space much worse than Ashe. And she has a worse ultimate, in my opinion. It's much easier shut off in pro play, like compared to Bob. Bob is so strong. You can like brawl with Bob. You can put Bob in a good position to keep the space. Like, it's much better. Overclock, you get dived, you die. Can be very risky, but Overclock is still a good ult. So I would say Sojourn is always a good pick. That's how I would say. Sojourn seems to be always a good pick. You can take high ground, you can take... It's still gonna be very good. Okay. Junker Queen, really bad. You shouldn't think about touching Junker Queen. Looking at this patch, there's nothing you can do with Junker Queen that other heroes can't. Even though the Carnage is better now, you're not gonna as you get higher in rank, you're not gonna get so many chances swinging people, especially against dive. If you get opportunities, you like 360 and like surprise swing people, like that can work out, but it's niche. It's not that good. It's a lot of fun hero, but it's not gonna be very good in my opinion. Kiriko, this is a hard choice. I think Kiriko is gonna be good. I think Kiriko is still going to be an S tier hero, mainly because Fox is really good. You can combine Fox with Orisa and still do well. We're going to see a similar meta, but we're definitely going to see new heroes shine. Life Fever. Okay, I think Life Fever is actually going to be a decent pick now. I think he's going to be a better pick on average than the other heroes, unfortunately. Like, I think Life Fever is gonna have more showcases where he does well compared to Bub. If you play him really well. I don't like that at all. Why? Heal buff? No, look at what happened. Tree buff, which is big. The tree buff 75 to 90 is big. Heal increased from 50 to 60. from the dash. Like, you have way more survivability for yourself. It's gonna be so annoying playing against counter dive. Like, imagine that the enemy is playing, let's say Rotok, Life Fever, Anna, and like a Torbjorn and Ash or Bastion. Like, that's gonna be so cancer to play into. It's just no other word for it. Then you can, like, what do you counter swap it? You go Sigma then the enemy goes Winston. They still have Life Fever Anna on the heroes, so they actually have a decent enough comp to beat you on the Sigma. And then they pull you out of the Flux. Yeah, like, it makes it awkward. It just makes it awkward. Like, Life Fever Hawk is gonna be annoying. It's just gonna be annoying. I see Life Fever Hawk actually be worth. Yeah, I feared Mauga not gonna be okay. I think it's hard to say. He's maybe gonna be okay on some maps. I don't think he's gonna be good. Ram is gonna be better than Mauga on some maps, but even then, Ram just gets hard countered by Orisa. Ram gets destroyed by, yeah. But if I put Ryan here, I might as well put Ram here. I think that's only fair. And Illari, I think she's not gonna be good. And that's what I mean to say. Illari, in my opinion, is not gonna be good, not because of her kit. It's not because of her kit. Because her kit is really good. The only issue that I have with Illari, she does not fit well with other supports. I can honestly see Illari Life Fever get some play. Illari Life Fever, Mercy Life Fever might be a niche pick to make those two heroes shine. But I personally think any other composition Illari is in, getting dived when Winston is meta and Echo is good, I don't think that. Maybe Life Fever, Illari, Tracer, and you have like a Sojourn or like a Reaper. No, Reaper's not the play. You gotta have the Sojourn then. Like Life Fever, Illari, Sojourn, Tracer, and you gotta get yourself a Diva, and then you can play the comp. That's gonna be annoying, but that could be good. That's it for today. I hope I cleared some side. Ball, I put Ball in. Okay, he's not gonna be very good in my opinion. He's not gonna be a hard meta. He can be okay in some maps. I gave my fault progress on most.